Welcome to Beyond the Bar Top, which is Beyond the Bar Top. I'm Abhi, this is Nick, somewhere here. But this is a fun topic.
Just
What is that? I just have one question to begin this episode, which is would you let Ed Gein check into your hotel?
what the fuck is the net game? That
Thanks for all the brief that I gave you. But
that
Ed Ed Gein is rather a fun, interesting character. Okay, so Ed Gein, lately I've been watching this show. It's on Netflix. I'm sure most of them out here have heard about it.
yeah. I seen that on
Netflix.
some ad. Yes,
On
yeah.
Netflix.
But it's some monsters. It said. What is
He
monster?
is a monster based on the actions or the things that he rather did. Okay. But that what
Some serial
makes
killer
him
shit.
unique in a way. But
Gotcha.
for the ones who haven't watched or haven't heard about Ed Gein or live under a rock, I'll just give you some context. Which is Ed Gein was fondly called the Butcher of Plainfield. So Ed Gein rather goes by the name Edward Theodore Gein.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a full
Yeah,
name.
he is the full name. We're not using government names. However, Ed is the result of childhood trauma, daddy issues, mommy issues, and all of that.
I mean, aren't all serial killers?
Yeah, this is I've summarized it in a nutshell. However, what he goes on to do is a lot worse, right? Because
Besides serial killing, you mean?
serial killing is all what eventually got him arrested.
I mean, that sounds like fun.
Yeah,
That's yeah. Let me kill somebody. Kill
I
somebody.
wish he just stopped at killing, but
What
there's
the
a
fuck?
reason he is the role model for the likes of Ted Bundy and what was the other one? Jeffrey Dahmer and all those guys. He's their godfather.
You're saying this Ed Gein is what one step ahead of them?
10 because they looked up to Ed Gein. Mother preached that all women are evil. So that was embedded very early on into his
Agree.
okay, Ed Gein. But so this guy had a sibling. His brother died in a house fire. No points for
Wait,
guessing.
does that mean he killed him? Why you put inverted commas?
Yeah, because his brother's body was discovered with a blow to the back of his head. So you do the math.
I mean, you don't get to see house fire if
Yeah, so
blow to the back of the head was like blunt trauma was the cause.
yeah, but the fire is what killed him, not the blow to the head. But mother had a stroke which left her disabled, and as time went on, she had a second stroke which finally took her out. So he ended up
Just,
living by
just
himself.
like
Uh,
it's just
and he
having strokes back to back.
Yeah, and that took her out. So, which resulted in him just doing the simple thing, which is just locking her room and leaving it the way it is. And he continued living the rest of his life reading pornography, Nazi medical experiments, and female anatomy.
As one does.
Yeah, as he does, because there was no internet back in the day. You need to keep yourself busy, right? So,
Okay, so hold up. This was like before the time of internet and
this is like early 1950s,
telephones.
yes. And as time went on, he practiced taxidermy, took it up as a hobby, and picked up new skill sets. He also picked up a new hobby, which is body snatching.
Hold up. I mean, kidnapping people?
No, like picking up dead bodies from the grave. He was estimated to have picked up at least 40 people, 40 women rather, from a grave.
Because we support.
Women empowerment.
Yes, exactly. That, that's what I
They were
was saying.
not very empowered once they were 6 feet under, however. He
Fair enough.
started practicing taxidermy on them. At the same time, which is very weird, is a detail which is he did odd jobs around this town called Plainsfield. It's in Wisconsin in the US. He started doing these
Okay.
odd jobs. However, one of the jobs he picked up was as a babysitter. Yes.
Now, hold up. Okay. We started with serial killer, crazy mother, dead siblings, taxidermy. Is there some point he's fucking stuffing up
No,
kids
no, no.
and
No.
displaying?
He's got. Hey,
No?
hello. Ed Gein has ethics, okay? He doesn't
Okay.
touch children, just women. That being
So
said,
sorry.
did not harm any child, but he worked as a babysitter, obviously, to make money. However, he was too kind where his employers, who gave him a job, or jobs rather,
Yeah.
he in return gave them meat, which he claimed was venison, which later they found out wasn't really venison.
So he fed them non-animal meat. I mean, human beings are animals, but
At the time,
they were
yes.
non-four-legged meat.
Yes, it was two-legged. At the time, they thought it was venison because he mentioned clearly it was venison. However, it wasn't venison. So again, gave his employers venison.
Yeah.
He started.
Allegedly, the
Yes,
fingers.
it was very allegedly venison. However, his first recorded victim, poor lady, her name was Mary Hogan, not Hulk Hogan's wife.
I would have almost confused her for Hulk Hogan's wife. But yeah,
She
okay.
didn't rip her shirt open and come up on stage. But
Hogan's wife, Mary
yeah, this
Hogan.
is really
God,
grim focus
yes, yeah,
because
seriously.
she got killed, chopped up, and her body parts were used as furniture around his house.
As one does.
He also ended up having, as in again later through police discovery, he ended up having boxes of vulvas and noses around his house because it's
Because Pokemon did not exist at that time. I mean, I understand it. I mean, he didn't have Pokemon cards to collect, so we collect human genitalia. Fair
because why not?
enough. Yeah, sure.
Ed Gein also had a liking to use skin and other body parts to make apparel, like belts and jackets and all of that.
Because I think that's how Versace got inspired as well.
Also, Versace, Louis Vuitton, too expensive, so make your own.
Um, I think wasn't Balenciaga accused of something like that?
They use blood or something in some sneakers, that's why.
Well, Edgin was a pioneer.
He was way out of his time. Finally, ends up getting arrested because he takes out this victim who ended up owning the local hardware store, and her son, who was also the owner of that hardware store, happened to visit, and he found bloodstains around the entrance. And the last person in the registry was Ed Gein. So he reaches out to the sheriff. They try and narrow down on his apartment. And the first place that they check is the barn. And it was so twisted because the first thing that they spotted in the barn was the upside body of this guy's mother, beheaded and gutted out.
Okay, that's not fun.
Yeah,
That
because everything after that just went downhill for those guys.
can't imagine actually. I was going to say I can only imagine.
I-
Edgin was cannibalistic as well.
He had all the traits. It was encompassed into one person. He had this heart in a pan, ready to be cooked. And the cops obviously saw all of this and freaked the fuck out because I don't think they ever came across something like this at this scale in such a small town. And he eventually confessed to committing all of those crimes.
I can only imagine. I mean, you come into a place and you got dead people hanging upside down, a heart on the pan,
And
vulvas
every
and skulls
skulls
lying around.
everywhere, like the skulls were used as soup bowls. So like probably enjoyed ramen out of it. I don't know.
I mean, a good ramen is a good ramen, regardless of where you eat it from.
You still don't have to eat it out of somebody else's skull, but okay. Dude had skin as lampshades. He even
But this is like some of that Nazi stuff, right? I mean, they were
yeah,
practicing or they were, you know,
that's what his inspiration was because he read on at length about those people.
really. Okay.
Yeah, so he ended up obviously getting arrested for all of this. However, the court declared him insane, not mentally stable, and he couldn't stand trial. which meant he was just sentenced to an asylum.
I mean, that's the best played out. Insane play.
And while he was still in the asylum, people claim that he seemed kind and seemed to be coming from a good place, didn't really have any tendencies. So you could say there were multiple mental conditions that applied to him. However, he eventually died of lung cancer, but he went on to become a sensation across the US. He was a role model for Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy. You know, Jeffrey Dahmer turns out to be from the same town or from Wisconsin.
Really?
From Wisconsin. I don't know if he was from Plainsville as well, but from Wisconsin. A lot of movies ended up gaining inspiration. If you watched Leatherface, they were like real life inspirations for,
Oh, of course I've seen Texas
yeah,
Chainsaw Massacre. That that. Oh yeah, that makes sense now. So, okay,
Texas Chainsaw
all right, okay, fine.
Massacre,
I'm
Silence
seeing
of the
that.
Lambs,
Mm.
Psycho. All of this was inspired by Ed Gein.
Wait a minute, hold up. Psycho, yes, I see Psycho because again, Psycho had I think like a thing for his
Mom,
mom or some
yeah,
shit like that.
it did.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now that makes more sense. So wait, hold up. So this guy was the inspiration for all of them.
Yep, he started it all
Fun stuff. Okay. Now my question is, I get it. You saw it on Netflix. Why the hell am I talking about it right now?
because I have an interesting question while I was watching it and I was thinking of coming up something for the podcast, which is, let's say, for
Okay,
example, the same way in a hotel that you wouldn't let an intoxicated person, someone who's high on any substance, alcohol, so be it, you wouldn't let them check in, right?
true. Yeah.
Would someone who looks little Ed Gein-ish, would you let them check in?
I mean, now the question is that Ed Gein have a loyalty membership with us.
Yeah, he is a married loyalist. He's a platinum card member.
He married. But I mean, in that case, I'm kind of obligated to give him a room, but I'll try to make sure that it is furthest away from like the lobby or the elevator.
He's got a DIY suite. He likes changing up the lamps and the shades and all of that. Okay, so
Next thing you know, my housekeeper is on the fucking lampshade over there.
didn't report
Nah.
for duty. It's permanently in the suite. Okay, let's give you the benefit of doubt. Let's say you have allowed someone like this to check in. Now
Okay.
you know this guy is like this fucker's up to no good. Like you know he's going to fuck shit
Okay.
up. Would you continue your duties the way it is supposed to be? Like you've checked into your work hours, you continued your day, or for the remaining of this guy's stay, you just conveniently call in sick or like take a long leave.
Well, I mean, me
Yeah.
personally, I always carry my Kevlar jacket with me just in case shit's about to go down. You know? I mean, never be safe than sorry. But in that sense, I think I'd be on duty, but I'll only make sure that if he only requests for ice buckets, I'll deliver that and call it elevating experience. But
Elevating.
beyond that, I don't think I'm stepping in that floor.
You sacrifice one or two housekeepers, it's okay.
I mean, it's a part of the contract. But yeah,
Okay. Larger scale of things. Okay. You are on a larger spectrum of things, which is, let's say someone, a guest is checked in. Okay. Seems very normal. Has no reasons for you to question their morals or their characteristics. But they are a long stayer. Like they are a 20 plus days stayer.
so
And about 3, 4 days into their stay, they start showing signs of lunacy. They start being little woohoo.
that
You can see them randomly parading across the lobby. You know, you can see there is a little Ed Gein in them that is shining through. This gets reported to you by your duty managers, front office managers, housekeeping managers, everybody. You, as the
yeah.
GM, what do you do?
Okay. Well, in the name of maintaining the brand image, I mean, I don't know if I could kill them because they've not yet caused harm to anybody, right? That's the premise. So
Uh,
maybe I'd,
have a
what
shorter answer.
was that?
Run.
But again, as a GM, you can't really do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, of course.
Shit's on fire. You can't really walk away from it.
Plus, your family
So,
lives in that very hotel.
oh my, that's too much of liability and risk on that factor. Now, but let's say my family doesn't live over there. I think I am going to think of an innovative factor.
Okay.
All right, you ready for this?
Yes. Let's go.
I'm going to upgrade him to our luxury basement that has no windows and no air conditioning.
Fair, fair.
I'm just gonna say that it's a beautiful suite, entire 2 floors to yourself. And you know what? It's not even gonna matter. 20 days will go by a breeze. We'll put a PlayStation in there for you. Zero risk, zero liability.
You get a house.
Next thing you know,
You get a housekeeper. You can
but
keep calling her mama or mommy all you want.
yeah. Good day, mother. Can you clean my lawn? Oh, no, that shit is just creepy. I don't think any housekeeper's willing to work on that
And
shit.
no bonus is cutting that. Yeah.
Hey, as a GM, no bonus. Okay. We require to treat all guests equally, and this doesn't constitute as overtime within working hours.
And kids, that's how you get high attrition rates and
Hmm,
lose your employees.
this should work. I get a bonus at the end of the year.
You lost your own staff because they're dead.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving
Don't put me
on,
in trouble.
this is another situation based. This question got to do with Ed Gein and friends. Okay.
And
Yeah.
friends. What is like Dharma along with him? What the hell?
And they're all there in this. Okay. Let me give you context. You are completely sold out. However, you have a single room left to sell. It's a twin sharing, which means two individuals get to share this one room. You have four guests who you could give this to. Which two do you pick? Ready?
All right.
Ed Gein,
Fine.
Adolf Hitler,
Okay.
Ana de Armas.
How does Ed Gein and Hitler lead up to Ana de Armas?
Because you like her, that's why.
Okay, fine.
So you have Ed Gein, you have Adolf Hitler, you have Ana de Armas, and you have
Yeah.
Kim Jong Un.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I have to put Ana de Armas with one of them.
Yes, I mean, it's up to you. You have to because crush banti hai. You want to see her
Well,
at breakfast the next day. Let's hope she makes it, but
do I want to at this point of time? Like, can I just invite her to my space as
no,
well?
because posh, you can't.
Fine. Fine. God damn it. All right. Well, okay. I'm putting Hitler and Kim Jong Un together because they can debate about who's the better dictatorship.
Fair. Dick measuring
So,
contest. Agreed.
fair enough. Exactly. But okay, fine. And then I mean, I guess I have to give Ed Gein and de Armas, but instead I give Ed Gein a leaky faucet, so something that's got a problematic stem to the room. It'll drive him crazy, and then I can invite Ana de Armas to my place later. How about that?
Still posh. You are inviting a guest to your room. This GM is getting fired.
I mean, yeah, that's not ethical, but in this situation, I think the, the company would understand.
See, if Ed Gein and Ana de Armas checked into the same suite, you would eventually have a lampshade that looks like a
Okay, not gonna lie, I'll probably keep that lampshade. I mean,
read a novel under it.
it'll be something.
Okay, just
Yeah,
to wrap things up, last question.
yeah.
Based on what we discussed about Ed Gein, do you think it's easier to be murdered in a house or a hotel?
Ooh, I mean, it depends how remote the house is. Like, say you lived in a populated place. At home, if a fucking lamp went missing,
Hmm.
you'd recognize that, right? Yeah. But in a hotel, like Suite 401's mystery laundry they had a cute mishap. That's just a fun story to talk about over a podcast. But a house would have like 10 out of 10 evidence placed over there. So I say hotel is a better place to have somebody misplaced on condition the hotel doesn't have too many cameras.
But every hotel is like cameras everywhere at this point. So,
I didn't say this, but there's always a way.
I mean, you know better.
Who said that? I don't know. Who said no, not me. Yeah. But
Okay. Okay, fair. Oh, fair. So now you know where you can most likely have an Ed Gein situation, right?
that's no, I ain't trying to have. But I have like a question for you. Okay. Since you mentioned all these documentaries and shit, why does all these dirty documentaries have the same narrator? He was always well behaved and weird, but he always looked at my grandmother and asked her for a date. Like, mofo, that's a sign enough. We just laughed it out, and now I'm so surprised he killed her. I'm like, there was signs before.
You ignored
The
it.
hell were you waiting for?
You ignored all the signs, and now she's a jacket on his shoulders. So there's that. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
it's if anyone out there decides to watch the show, it's quite gore, it's quite dark. Like 8 episodes, right? It's around 8 episodes and quite a lengthy watch. The fact that he inspired a lot of other crazy people out there. And
no, but the fact that you said that he inspired Psycho and Texas Chainsaw, and also Silence of the Lambs. Gotta love Anthony Hopkins, man. But that's a good watch. I think I want to look at it.
he got a bit of a celebrity, like a sensation value to him. And
But okay, let me ask question to the viewers. So, if you murdered somebody and had their skin at dispose, what object would you make out of it? I.e., lampshades or a chair. But anyway, catch you on the next one. Let us
yeah,
know in the comments.
please like, share, subscribe, and do all those other bits
Yeah.
because it's needed. Do it.